Hello everyone, it's me, Jenna Ryan, and it's time for another video. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for all your feedback regarding my videos. It really compels me to do more videos, and I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for sharing and for liking and for subscribing and for commenting. Today, let's get right down to the topic. The topic at hand today that I want to discuss is the way that the universe will bring relationships to you that you need to heal the wound, whatever woundedness is inside of you. Okay? The universe will bring to you the relationships that you need to heal. So this is pretty in-depth, okay? I know that that's a huge assumption that I'm making. And what I'm going to do is back it up with my life experience and hopefully it will resonate with your life as well. Of course, I can't prove this. This is not a scientifically proven concept. However, I'm going to just explain it to you, and maybe it will ring a bell with your own intuition, and you will be able to use this information for making decisions and healing along your pathway as you go. So I have found along the way and have confirmed from other sources that we attract people that we need to heal. So basically, it kind of comes down to the concept of, I don't know if you've ever been to therapy, but I remember years ago when I was in therapy, one of my therapists said, we're going to attract people that are at your same level. So people that, if you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to attract healthy people. Healthy people are not going to be attracted to an unhealthy person, and an unhealthy person is not going to be attracted to a healthy person, because healthy interactions and healthy relating and having self-worth in your interactions with other people is a totally different ballgame on a totally different realm than behaving codependently, than fawning to a narcissist, than being manipulated, to being exploited and things like that. It's a totally different ballgame. So these two do not collide, they do not combine, they do not hang out. If you have somebody who's super healthy and they're really nice and loving, and you are used to being treated badly, then you're not going to be interested in hanging out with someone who's loving and nice and kind and respectful. If you're someone who is used to being respected, then you're not going to tolerate someone who busts your boundaries and who behaves codependently with you or narcissistically. So that's part of the puzzle that I'm trying to explain. Another piece of it that I got later on, years later, was I understood that you attract people at your level of emotional health. But then I started discovering more about the concept of the laws of vibration and how, scientific fact, we are energy, we are atoms. I don't want to get into the physics of everything because I can't really describe it very well, but I do understand that as human beings, we are energy. This emotion is energy in motion, this emotion that we feel. So you're also, not only are you going to attract someone who is at your mental health level, but you're also going to attract someone who's at your emotional level. So if you're an angry person, you're going to attract someone who is either attracted to anger or afraid of it, or somehow going to play with that anger in some way. Basically, this concept came about when I started studying myself and my inner self, and I started realizing through my studies that whatever is manifested on the external of your life, whatever is manifesting on the outside of your life, is what is going on the inside. You are just mirroring what's going on the inside, because we are co-creators in this universe. We are creating our lives, and some of us do not take responsibility for that, but we are. And if your life sucks, it means that inside you're sucking. It means something inside of you thinks that you deserve to suck and that your life deserves to suck. And so one of the important things about this is learning to take accountability and responsibility for your own vibrational being, to your own self, to your own thoughts, to your own emotions. Because wherever you are emotionally is what you're going to attract. Wherever you are emotionally is how you feel inside, and what you feel you deserve. So if you have a false core belief at the core of your being that you don't deserve to be treated well, then you're not going to set boundaries against poor treatment from others. You're going to allow other people to treat you like shit if you have a core belief inside that you do not deserve to be treated well. If you feel like you are unworthy of love, then you're going to confirm that false core belief inside of you. You're going to be confirming that through self-sabotage and through choosing partners and friendships that are unloving to you because you feel you're unworthy of love. However you feel is what you're going to manifest. However you feel inside about yourself is what you're going to pull towards you and what you're going to gravitate towards. So you're going to attract people if you're wounded inside, and this is the beauty of it. So if you have a narcissist in your life or a psychopath or a manipulative person, this person is a messenger. I know that you've probably heard this before because I've heard other people discuss this. It's a messenger. It's a messenger to teach you the areas that you need fortifying, to teach you the areas in yourself that you are lacking in self-love, to teach you how to teach you what you need to do. It is beautiful. So the relationships that occur, especially patterns of relationships, if you see patterns, then you can take those patterns and work backwards to figure out what is the core belief that's at work here that I need to change within myself. And so this kind of puts us in a different position. We're not the victim anymore if we realize that we are attracting to ourselves what we need to heal. Because if I'm attracted to a narcissist man, let's say, and I'm interested in him and I allow him to do things that are manipulative and exploitive toward me, and I don't set boundaries or walk away from the relationship, then that shows me right there, right in front of my face, the areas in my own self that are needing help. And so I can go and help myself. I can do things to show myself that I'm worthy. I can do positive affirmations in order to feel the completeness and the fullness of healing in those areas. I can do hypnosis. I can do meditation. I can do cognitive behavioral therapy. I can do things to change the core beliefs that are causing me to be attracted and to attract and to allow people who are treating me poorly or not giving me what I need into my life. Okay, so rather than sitting there and complaining about the last narcissist that you've been with, or sitting there complaining about, anything really, what we really need to do is go inside and begin to heal parts of us that believe we don't deserve the best. Because this has been proven in my life, just because as my healing has increased and I have gotten more conscious of my own self-worth and my own value and beginning to nurture myself and reparent myself and love my inner child and mourn my losses and do the healing work, the deep healing work, I have noticed my relationships improving. I mean, I can look back on my life and see some of the people and some of the people I allowed in my life and the treatment that I allowed and the boundaries that I didn't set. And I look at today where I set boundaries and I don't allow myself to return to situations that aren't healthy, and I'm loving towards myself and I'm good to myself, and I notice that frees open space for better treatment, for better people to come into my life. And so along the way, I've lost friends because of whatever reason. Maybe I, didn't set boundaries in the appropriate place, and maybe it was my fault, maybe it was their fault. Whatever reason, I've been able to develop stronger and deeper and better relationships as I go along. And especially starting out with my relationship with myself. That's the most important relationship, is my relationship with myself. Because if that's messed up, all the rest of them will be messed up. But if you have a good relationship with yourself, then your other relationships, if you're protecting yourself from people who are damaging towards you, who are abusive towards you, or who are even impeding on your boundaries, if you're not setting boundaries, if you're setting boundaries properly, then that's going to free you up to be a whole person, to be a full person, and to make choices, and to allow people in your life that are healthy and whole themselves and willing to build you up and willing to meet your needs. But as long as you are unhealed and you think you don't deserve these kinds of people in your life, then you're going to continue to be attracted to the kind that are not so good for you, that actually take more than they give, that exploit you, drain you of your energy, and crush you to a powder. And you just have to stop that, because it is only by starting to heal yourself and realizing that you deserve better than that, and that you can get better than that if you would just take care of yourself. It is only by doing that that you can begin to attract a higher quality person. And by higher quality, I don't mean that anyone's better than anyone else. I just mean their mental state and how they feel about themselves is better for you than someone who doesn't feel good about themselves, and so they have to get their self-esteem off of you and you off of them and all that messed up stuff. So you have levels of friendships and levels of how you love yourself and levels of how you're going to allow yourself to be treated. And one of the things that I wrote in my private group the other day, which is Self-Love U with the letter U, is I said that every act of self-protection is a message to the universe that says, I deserve better. No, this will not work for me. This is not going to work. No. When you walk away from something that is potentially hurtful to you, but you know in your heart it's the right thing to do, it may hurt for the moment, for temporarily. It temporarily hurts. But in the long run, it brings you, gives you space to be who you are, and it also gives the universe a chance to bring you better, to bring you what you deserve, what you feel you deserve. And the opposite of that is true. If you go ahead and go for the temporary feel good of being with the person that is not good for you, then you close that space and you close up that opportunity for that future healthy connection to come into play. So it's almost like just a circuit board of open connections, possible connections. And you're in charge of your circuit board. You're in charge of who you allow to come in and plug in to your being and who you plug your being into. And so you have to be in charge of that. And you have to choose connections that are clear, that all these people can't come and connect on you and you're not getting any energy because you're going to deplete yourself. So you just have to understand that the relationships that are in your life, if you have someone in your life who is abusive towards you, or a friend who doesn't respect you, then this just means that these are the areas, direct arrows pointing to the areas in which you yourself need to come in and save your own day. Because there is no savior. You have to mourn your desire to have a savior. You have to mourn the fantasy of a savior coming in like Superman, like we learned when we were children, that a fairy tale person is going to come in and save you, because nobody is going to save you. You have to save yourself. And these bad relationships, these poor connections, these disconnections, these exploitive situations that are coming towards you are just clear messages of where the wound is within yourself. And so it's a perfect opportunity when someone is rude to you, when someone is trying to take from you, even, just an interaction on the street with someone who is not doesn't have your best interests at heart, or who can't take a no. All of these, life is a school. All of these interactions, all of these engagements is your opportunity to tell the universe what you're worth and what you think others are worth, because you have to value yourself and others. You're not higher than anybody. You're not lower than anybody. You are worthy and valuable just as you are, with all your mistakes, with everything that you've ever gone through. All of these things, you are worthy and valuable. And you have to understand that. And as you understand it, the more you understand it, the happier life gets. And the more you're able to take care of yourself and free up your circuit board for positive and good connections. And so I hope I made my point that if you have someone in your life and you're wondering, why me, start to look within. Instead of looking at the negative of the person, yes, you want to be aware of negative attributes of abusive people. However, you want to use that information in order to heal the wound in you, because there is a reason that you're allowing it to happen. There's a reason A healthy person who loves themselves and who believes that they deserve good treatment will walk away in a heartbeat from poor treatment. They won't even give it a second thought. It's like it's not a big deal. Someone who loves himself is not going to stick with the narcissist. So if you're sticking with the narcissist or somebody who's treating you badly and you don't really understand why, then you've got to open your eyes and go into your unconscious and go into your subconscious and find out, what is it in me that feels unvaluable? What is it in me that feels that I do not deserve better treatment? Why am I staying with this person? And not being mean to yourself, just saying why. I want to know why. I'm open to learning. I'm open to knowing. And I love myself more than anything, because if you don't love yourself, nobody else can love you, and you can't love anybody. So you have to say, wait a minute, I matter. I matter. I'm important, and what I need matters, and I don't need to be abused, and I don't need to be exploited, and I need people to pay attention to what I have to say, and I need to be respected. And I need my boundaries to be firm and flexible and wonderful. And I need positive connections in my life. And I'm going to make room for these connections. And I'm going to feel the pain behind the reasons why I'm running after or allowing someone into my life who is painful to me, who is hurtful to me, who is disrespectful to me, because I deserve better. And every day, as you begin to heal, as you begin to climb that mountain of healing and go the miles and miles that it takes, you will get stronger and stronger, and you will begin to allow people in your life that are more and more healthy until you get to a place where you're completely able to function independently, interdependently, both, with all of the power that is yours, because you were put on this planet to learn to love yourself. And that's what we're doing. Woohoo! Thank you so much for listening to me today and watching this, sharing it, leaving me comments, and sending me emails. Love you guys. Until next time, I'm Jenna Ryan. Talk to you soon.